Previously on Hard Knocks.
It really sounds to me like we're all should prepare our team for a season-ending injury here.
The competition for roster spots continues among the Cowboys receivers.
Come on, Devron Johnson, catch the damn football.
And place kickers.
Get in there, that's it.
I keep scoring the fact that if Tim misses, I know I have to make it. And if Tim makes it, well, then I know I have to make it.
All right.
This week, camp comes to an end, but there is still work to be done.
We get penalties like we did tonight, we might as well just call the season off and go home right now. That was bull.
When we cut down to 53, some guys in this room are going to be shocked.
Cowboys' life is pretty much just whatever it takes to get it done. Get it sun up to sundown.
Can't put it into words what we're going to go through. It's all day just grinding, trying to make it.
There's so much expectation because of the history.
You're going to have the pain. The pain's going to come.
Some guys aren't going to make it. There's only going to be 53 at the end.
It's a hard knock life playing NFL football, period.
As the Cowboys wind down their San Antonio training camp, they are feeling the pain of losing wide receiver Rocket Ismail.
Everybody get where you can hear me now. You know how much I believe that in order to be successful that you got to be a family. And we work hard at it. And I think we're making a lot of strides in that area. One of our family is down. Rocket is going to have surgery tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. He has a herniated disc in his neck. Once the surgery is done, he's going to be able to resume his football career, if he wants to. Now, I'm more concerned about Rocket the person than I am the football player. He's part of our family, so when you guys have an opportunity to talk to him, you know, he's a guy that's been around this football team for a long time. He's had a great career, and he is one of our family, okay?
You know, I called it just to try to lift him up and encourage him. He flipped the script on me. He encouraging me. He giving me the scriptures. He's quoting the words of the Bible, giving me words of encouragement, words of motivation.
I think we lose more in the competitive spirit and what he does in the locker room than I do the talent. We really think we have some young receivers that are going to step to the front, and we feel like we're in better shape there than we've ever been, but you don't replace experience very easily.
Ismail's injury has elevated rookie Antonio Bryant, number 14, to the starting lineup.
Did he slide you?
And it has opened a roster spot for one other young receiver. The question is, which one?
Here's your shot, dog. Happens for a reason, man. Here's your shot. You know what I mean?
You know, they're looking at it. Obviously, they don't want to, you know, advance their position because of someone else's problem. But at the same time, this is an opportunity for them, and I'm sure that they're excited about grasping that opportunity and going forward.
Right now, I'm a bubble guy. You know, there's no guarantee that I'm going to make it, and there's no guarantee they're going to let me go. I just have to go out there and do what I can. I've already missed a week, so I don't think I can afford to miss any more time. I'm just going to do what I can and see what happens in the end.
Watch out!
As a receiver, Randall Williams is both promising and perplexing.
I didn't like that pattern at all. Now you got to come off running. I thought he was supposed to be 4.014 or something.
I want to see his speed. You know, he's supposed to be the fastest guy on the team, and I want to see him play with that speed that he is blessed with. And until he learns to do that on a consistent basis, you know, he's going to struggle.
There is nothing tentative about Williams on special teams. There, he is confident and explosive.
Randall Williams continues to be a special teams performer. He has the unique size and ability, speed, and as he learns the game, he's going to get even better.
I just hope to be noticed, you know, not only by our coaches, but other coaches, because the reality of it is I'm trying out for every team in the NFL right now.
Randall Williams may see a bigger picture. But for Devrin Johnson, there was only one goal, making it with the Cowboys.
I don't really think I have no time to be thinking about it's my only shot, or I'm gonna get cut today, or I gotta make this play and that play. I think it's just I gotta execute my assignments and just go balls out.
You know, he's a guy that is raw in a lot of areas, but not in his heart. He's competing. I'm proud for him that he was able to get out. It's a great opportunity for young players, especially from a small school. You know, it's exciting to get on the football field and play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Johnson is trying to become the first player from his college to make it in the NFL, but it's an uphill struggle.
Devron.
Everything's cool except that he fell down. That's the
wrong foot.
Same thing he did in practice. Started to turn after his third step. You know, burst. This guy started driving on him. I thought the throw was late, but it's really not.
What are you doing? Football sense, man. Come on. The guy's backing off. Just step up. Come on.
Devron missed it. Devron blocks the wrong guy.
Are you hurt? Because you're not running. I mean, it's like you're going through the motions, man. Run.
I try to push my body as much as I can. I try to run through sorenesses and stuff like that, but it caught up to me.
Come on, 13's got to run. Waylon was ahead of him. I know Waylon's fairly quick.
He's got a hip flexor. He's just trying
he got a hip flexor? Well, let's keep him over here.
The young guys have no idea the physical demands that are put on them throughout training camp. And they come here and they're well prepared as they've ever been, but just not knowing. Hydrate, be smart, especially if you're trying to make this football team. You don't want to cramp up and pull up and never get a shot. That's where experience comes in. You watch the older guys like Woodson, Emmitt Smith, Larry Allen, those guys who know how to handle it, they know what to expect, and they know what it takes to prepare throughout camp.
What will we do without the strength, guys? Hey.
He cut.
I'm gonna give it to Joe. A real guy.
You had the yellow jersey on.
The official yellow jersey.
I mean, that has to be a landmark day. And
they wasn't giving it to nobody else that day.
Somehow, man, stop playing.
The Cowboys' weight room is known as Jurassic Park, a world where only the strong survive.
We condition after practice almost every night being indoors, and it's gone very well. The guys handle it very well, and when we've played outside in the heat, it hasn't affected us.
Our goal in the offseason was to be a physically dominant team. A physically dominant team. You know what it takes to work. We're not going to get to a point where we whine and we cry, and this is too rough, and I got camp legs in this. There's a long haul left. I try and be their conscience to make them do the little things day in and day out that help maintain that, not only through camp, but a 16-game season. I'm not getting on anybody, but we got to stay in shape. We worked too hard over the last 25 weeks to think we're getting tired and sore, because we ain't even close yet.
The Cowboys must cut from 85 players to 53 in just 8 days. It's a worrisome time for all rookies, but especially those nursing injuries, such as Tyson Walter.
Well, the one thing about Tyson Walter that is to his favor is that he started fast, which gives him a little bit of an edge to, maybe at the end, even if he doesn't come back prior to the cut-down dates, he has a chance to make the ball club.
I think I have a good shot of making it. I mean, everything I've been told by the club and through the channels leads me to be fairly comfortable as I can be in this situation, but also in this line of work, that's a dangerous thing.
My status is injured. I'm a rehab guy right now, just trying to get everything healed up and go through the system of getting things back to normal to where you could play and not re-injure the same injury over and over.
Number 88, Jeff Robinson, is a tight end and a long snapper who never missed a game in 9 pro seasons. But that streak ends in his first camp with the Cowboys.
Things are not going well down here. We lost another player, Jeff Robinson, the snapper. In a blocking drill today, he got the knee. No, they're not. It's just for some reason we're just snake bit or something. We certainly need to have a quality snapper. The execution of the kicking game was poor last year, largely due to the snapping, and we need to get that cleaned up.
Jeff Robinson was going to be our star. His deep snapping ability is the best.
He was signed as a combination snapper tight end. We were starting to back off the tight end situation, but we had a one-on-one pass drill where you don't feel like there's going to be too much of a chance of injury, and he ended up tearing his ACL.
I'll tell you, you're talking about second-guessing yourself. We brought Jeff in to also really spend a lot of time playing tight end for us. And when we waked up, lost him in a pass rush drill, playing tight end, and we were without the excellence that he provided us at deep snapper, that one had me second-guessing. I can't imagine somebody having some deep snapping skills good enough to come in here and be as good as somebody that might get cut off one of these rosters.
Show Campo what he's missing. Oh, what a bad snap. Hey, come on, 57, you only got one job.
No, that's a badass snap.
High's better than low. Don't make him turn his hands. You get up here is better than down here. He won't be able to handle that. That's hard.
The Cowboys try every other long snapper in camp, without success. They have no choice but to look outside, to the free agent market.
Trey Junkin is a kid. He is a good deep snapper.
Let's get him in here. You referred to him as the kid. 40 years old.
Yeah, I recruited him back in 1980.
Do I need an ID or anything? Okay. When I signed that piece of paper, I raised the average age on this team by 1 year.
Most players worry about surviving the rigors of practice.
42 belly.
But for kickers, it's about finding ways to survive the boredom.
You ever see Stripes? Oh.
You never seen Stripes?
Oh, that's a classic. John Candy, Bill Murray. Who's the other guy that was in Ghostbusters? Howard Ramis? No, Ramis is it?
It's kind of a boring existence. When you have two-a-day practices, you can only punt and kick so much. And you can only do so many drop drills, and you can only do so many holding drills.
That's one I haven't picked up, though, DVD with Stripes. I got Spies Like Us, but I don't have Stripes.
Yeah, Spies Like Us DVD. I didn't know they came out with it.
Come on, Tim, stick it in there now. Let's go.
Kicking is all about concentration and focus. So in practice, it's up to the other players to test the kicker's nerve.
Oh, yeah, I like it. All right, here we go.
Tim made both his field goals, including the 49-yarder right before the half with 2 seconds left after the 2-minute drive. I thought that was a tough kick for Tim. He's been watching Billy.
He'll be there anyway.
Now Billy's pretty good, and he knows it. He knows he's under the gun.
Let's see what we got.
The more I'm around Billy, the more I like him. Some of these young kickers, when they realize they have a chance of making the team, some of them turn it down, and I don't think he has. I mean, I think he's, these 2 games have really matured him. He's showing a lot of poise. I don't see him getting nervous. I don't see him, being flushed by anything.
Nice hit. Attaway.
Down the pipe. Jimmy! See what he just did? Put it right down the middle. Just think about it like this, man. This is a kick for the Super Bowl. We either going to the playoff or we're not. Well, in your case, you're either on the team or you're not. So what you gonna do? You gonna make it or you gonna miss it?
Judge! Move! Oh!
Good hit.
Can't rattle
Knock it up.
Kick Billy!
There seem to be all of a sudden now starting to hit everything, and for a while there they weren't hitting anything. So I think that they've embraced the competition aspects of the whole thing.
Come on, Billy, gotta match it.
If Billy Cundiff can show consistency along with his leg strength, he could take the job away from last year's kicker, Tim Cedar.
Good job. All right, back it up. Number 2s.
You realize that it's all about your bad kicks.
Yeah, everyone can kick the ball.
Yeah, it's not the good ones will happen. You're good enough that they'll happen. It's just avoid the bad ones. Just launch this one, Billy.
Oh, yeah. Get there.
Oh, cheese and crackers.
Take a knee. Here we go. Let's go, guys.
Is somebody telling him the plays?
For Judy Trammell, the choreographer of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, The focus today is on her son's high school football scrimmage.
Who's his person? Oh, get him. Get the ball. That's the JV team? They're huge. Oh, they get him? He's excited. Joe, did Greg bring the cheerleaders' uniforms over that were being altered? He brought them, yeah, did you bring them in the house? Okay, I just needed those for tonight. I wanted to make sure he brought them by.
Judy Trammell was herself a Cowboys cheerleader for 4 years. And scenes of her tough love coaching with the current cheerleaders earlier in the Hard Knocks series surprised some viewers, but not her husband.
When he saw it the first night, and I said, well, was it that bad? Because people were telling me I was such a grump or a witch on it. And he said, no, because he's seen me in that light. And he didn't think that it was that bad. He just thought I was taking on the coach's role, which is what I do, and we're getting our job done.
Make sure you tell the nation she's nice and not mean.
It makes good sandwiches, thank you.
For the third preseason game, the Cowboys decide to give rookie Chad Hutchinson his first start at quarterback.
I don't know how much everyone was listening, but about 2 weeks ago I said there's a good possibility that you'll see Chad Hutchinson with the first unit sometime in preseason. So he's going to start the ball game, play a quarter, and then we're going to bring Quincy in, and Quincy's going to play the second and third quarters. This was a decision that was made in the best interest of the football team, but it's also in the best interest of Quincy for his development and for Chad and his development.
Quincy's a starter. He's got a 106 rating. I'd be a fool not to start him in the opening game. Come on, so.
There is no quarterback controversy. Quincy Carter's our starting quarterback. In order for us to get this football team prepared, we have to prepare the starter. Playing him in the second and third quarters allows him to be in the flow of the game in the first half and go into halftime and come back out and get ready for the second half, which is a learning experience.
Nice job, big play, way to sit in there, Q.
Very seldom in this league do you go through an entire season with your starting quarterback. We've got a young quarterback at Hutchinson that has had very little playing time, so he needs as much maturation as he can because we've entrusted him with the backup job. So there's no controversy. It's not just about one individual. It's about the entire football team.
Nice throw. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Missed tackles, 28, 51, 28, 27, 23, 96, 28, 58, 92, 96, 55, 56, 23. We did have 29 missed tackles. I don't care if you're the 1985 Chicago Bears. If you have 29 missed tackles, you will get your ass beat. When we cut down to 53, some guys in this room are going to be shocked because some of you aren't performing the way that you need to perform. A year ago, a lot of guys didn't have the competition that they have at a lot of places. You might think, just because I was here last year, or here 2 years, or here 3 years, it doesn't mean you're going to be here this year. And I don't want you to say, I just didn't know. So if you think you're in that boat, or if you're concerned that you're in that boat, come and see me. I'll tell you. I won't bullet anybody. Because I'll tell you whether or not you're up against the wall or you're hanging in there pretty good.
For cornerback Dwayne Goodrich, number 23, the preseason is a numbers game.
4 dudes for 3 spots.
Oh, wow.
I work with the 4th team, 3rd team, 2nd team, 1st team. I mean, right now I'm really confused. Damn, good catch. As far as see myself in the mix, I have no clue.
It seems every time Goodrich makes a mistake, a coach is right there watching. Training camp is all about taking advantage of opportunities. And if Dwayne Goodrich cannot, perhaps number 47, Pete Hunter, can.
Hopefully the coaches will notice me and I'll make an impression on them, a lasting impression.
The rookie 5th-round draft pick is making it impossible for the coaches to ignore him.
That's it. Nice break. That's it. Nice break, Hunter. That's it.
Rookie free agent Woody Dantzler has a way of attracting attention as well.
Dantzler has athletic skills. He's a very fine athlete. I would tell him what I mention from time to time, and that is that you can't have a career in the NFL if you don't get one started. The best way to get one started is by participating in the kicking game.
For Dantzler, who was a record-setting quarterback at Clemson and never fielded a kick, it's like learning a whole new game.
You're very likely to be back there in the game. You better get this done now.
It's very foreign because, I've never done it before. So it's just a new, interesting challenge for me. Something to go out and prove that I can do successfully.
The guy's got some ability. Maybe not as a running back right there. He's trying to be a good return guy. He's not natural yet, but the skills are there.
He is that football player guy that just goes out and plays football.
They're looking for playmakers, and I just want to go out and prove that I can make plays in this league with this great competition. Do what I'm supposed to do and some.
In a camp full of eager young recruits, all trying to prove themselves, Emmitt Smith is the old veteran who's been there and done that all too often.
Man, you just don't know how happy I'm going to be when Friday get here. I cannot wait to get home and see my wife and kids.
Practice is so boring. You got thousands of people here watching. I know how boring it is to me. They got to be bored.
I've done it for 12 years now.
Smith has not allowed his pursuit of the NFL rushing record to overshadow the team.
I want my teammates to forget about what I'm on the verge of becoming and look at me as a teammate, a player that they can count on, one that's going to be there and one that's going to be as consistent as most players can possibly be.
Don't let him come back on you now. That's good. They'll come back on your ass, okay?
Wow, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Get his legs. Get his legs. Get his legs. Keep going. Yeah, baby. Hey, watch out. Don't let go. Don't let go.
As the Cowboys break camp in San Antonio, they pack up everything, including the synthetic playing surface known as real grass, which they will take back to use in Dallas. Going home is hard work for most of the Cowboys, but it's a relaxing trip for others.
I'm flying back on my plane. I got a plane coming to get me on Friday. And so I'm going to take a couple of players back with me, and we're going to go to the house early.
Right here. Serious automobile right there. Hey, make some more stuff get out of there. Through the grace of God and the blessings of God, all this right here that you see right now is possible. And I just pray that this continue to last. And it does come with some perks. This is one of those perks. One of those perks.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm looking in the business section of the paper so we can deal with stuff like this more often. I'm trying to find something to invest in right now to get some of this going. Lord have mercy.
We should be there about 12:45. Okay? We already in the air. Matter of fact, we're en route right now. All right, babe. Love you too. Bye-bye. I look forward to going home and laying in my own bed and eating some good food and just being around my family. Yeah, I'm riding with y'all.
For the players, the homecoming celebration is all too brief. There is another preseason game to be played, This one against the 2-0 Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, here we go. Let's go. But the tackle, do it just like you did in practice, right tackles. Go knock the out of that R and drive block him into oblivion. All right? The ball will be thrown quickly. Remember, chilies are much quicker than peppers. All right? They're shorter patterns. We play a 7 o'clock kickoff, so be at the stadium at 5 o'clock. Shouldn't be too much traffic on a Saturday, but you never know. So give yourself plenty of time.
We're getting down into the last few days of evaluation. And this right here will mean the jobs for some of the people in the room. But it's not just for the youngsters. You veterans better be priming up, ready to go.
One of the reasons that I stand out here during this part of time, because I want to look in guys' eyes. And one thing I think I see from this team is a take care of business attitude. 3 things. Number one, we've been together long enough now where I want to start to, bless you, I want to start to see some efficiency. I want to eliminate penalties, and I want to eliminate missed assignments. I want to see some efficiency tonight, no matter what unit's on the field. Number two, there's going to be a lot of guys playing extended time. I want to see a balls-out effort for 4 quarters.
Once in a lifetime right here. Let's rock, let's rock.
And the third one is, even though this is a preseason game, we got to start to get a mental attitude that this is our home field. Win the individual battles, and we'll take care of home field.
This our house, man. If nobody come in our house and take us out. Here we go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Blue, 88, hey.
On his first carry of the preseason, Emmitt Smith proceeds with uncharacteristic caution.
Emmitt could hit that a little quicker.
Yeah, I thought he was sort of hesitating, looking for a cut.
But on the very next play, number 22 is in midseason form.
Red and yank. Red and yank. Hey.
Give it to him again. Cuts it back across midfield to 45.
Vintage Emmitt Smith right there, and all those people that were saying, he's had it easy in training camp, he hasn't done anything. Didn't look like a bad run there to me.
Take him out. He's ready for the regular season.
The same cannot be said for the offensive line.
79. I tell you what, that's 79. He's unbelievable.
No, I said on 1. I said on 2. I said on 1. I said 1. I said it's all right. We're on 1. Blue!
The Falcons welcome Hutchinson to his first start in 4 years by sending a corner blitz.
The ball. That's a fumble. Come get the football. Come get the football.
Everything was fine except the quarterback couldn't see it. And that's the only guy he needs to be looking at on that entire play. Nobody else was a threat. Solid protection. No cues, no nothing. Young quarterback.
My bad, boys. We're all right. We're all right. That's my bad. Hey!
The former baseball pitcher finds his rhythm and completes all 3 of his pass attempts. But the Cowboys are slow to line up on the final play of the quarter. And as the clock runs out, so does Hutchinson's playing time.
All right, take a huddle now, man. We're going to look at something here.
Quincy Carter is sent in to relieve him.
We should have got the play off. All right, well, he's out of there. Quincy's going. Let's go.
Devrin Johnson, number 13, spends the entire game on the Dallas bench. But as one rookie's dreams are put on hold, another's are put to the test.
All right, kick it. Kick it. Kick it.
Here's a big kick.
Yep. They all will be tonight for Billy Cundiff. This is his night to try and win himself an NFL job.
Not a lot of guys get that going, being a rookie and getting a whole game to themselves.
And not an easy one. A 46-yarder. As usual, he has plenty of leg and he's good.
Tim Cedar may be the nicest guy in the world, but all he wants right now is for Billy Cundiff to fail. Because if Billy Cundiff does well tonight, he's going to take all the kickoffs and kicks. Cedar's probably out of a job.
Looks like Junkin is in there now. They said Mitch Palmer. Yes, it is. Trey Junkin, the 19-year veteran, came in, was signed today, put on a uniform, and here he is snapping for Billy Cundiff from 45 yards.
Well, he hit from 46. Noor puts down the hold. Again, this is strong enough, but it's wide right.
Missed it, sucker.
Working with the new snapper, Trey Junkin, Cundiff kicks a 25-yard field goal to end the first half.
Kick is good. Look good on that one.
The players can relax. But down the hall, the tension is just beginning.
Y'all have worked very hard. You are completely prepared. When they get out there and say often imitated, never equaled, earn your introduction. Dance hard and try to stay really focused because there's going to be a lot of distractions from the minute we walk out of these curtains, okay? So stay very focused.
Unlike the Cowboy players, the cheerleaders have their steps down perfectly. Only one adjustment is necessary, and that's a minor equipment repair.
And it's not stuck with the top on me. That's weird.
But another Dallas star requires attention in the second half.
Okay, you're good.
And that's rookie safety Roy Williams, number 31.
You see all the little kids down there with the pass? Let's get to the ball, you right? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm all right. They're going to try to hit us with a corner, man, or a sin route.
One bunch! One bunch! Drive! 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 Come on! Wrap his ass up!
Each direct hit seems to be followed by a near miss.
Blitz coming again. Williams missed him. Vic with lightning-quick reflexes.
Hey, did Roy miss him on that one sack?
Yeah, Roy did miss him, Zim. He was clean.
Roy Williams coming on a blitz and showing his athletic ability. Look at here. He comes right in, turns the corner, but boy, you can't just go head hunting, right?
Well, Michael Vick is not Chris Sims when you come diving over that line.
Hey, Roy. Once you go to that guy, just go to him. See?
Roy Williams is not alone in his frustration.
What do we got? We got a flag. We got a flag. We got a flag. Hold it on us. How the hell can we go off sides at the tackle? How can we go off sides as a defensive tackle? Come on, D-ball. Come on, let's go. Can we get one kick playoff without a penalty?
First of all, you don't go on the field. Second of all, you hit somebody in the back. If you keep your ass in the game, you might be here.
Oh, we're killing ourselves.
Pete Hunter, number 47, is winning his battles on special teams.
Oh, nice job. Nice work. Nice job. Very nice work.
And he is tracked down from behind by Pete Hunter.
I knew I was going to be anxious, and I try to just hydrate myself really well. I drink a lot of water and a lot of Rehydrolytes, and it actually backfired on me because running around on the field,
I'm like woozy as hell.
I just felt like I had to puke. So when I got on the sideline, man, it came all up. Luckily, I didn't do it while I was on the field, man. I might have made a puddle and someone might have slipped or something.
Woody Dantzler, number 35, sees his chance of making the team slipping away.
Yeah. Huh? No.
He needs one big play to impress the coaches.
Fumbled it. We had a scene. He could have caught it on the run and it just not been touched.
What did he do? Just drop it?
Fumbled it about 3-4 yards ahead.
Midway through the fourth quarter, Dantzler finally gets a grip and a chance to show off his moves.
Dantzler has had some very nice returns, but this one turns into a Woody Dantzler. 94 yards.
It's a doggone good run, too.
In the closing minutes, with a chance to win the game, the Cowboys have fourth-year man Anthony Wright at quarterback.
Here we go, big play right here, man.
Dallas goes for it with 1:55 to go, 4th and 4.
Z short, 84, Z scale on 1-on-1. Ready?
Scramble drills win us games. Come on now, let's win this thing.
It's Wright's first action of the preseason, and he drives the team down the field.
And he looks up and throws complete to Williams to the 43 of Atlanta.
And Randall Williams did a nice job. He kept running for his quarterback, kept getting some space, but didn't give up on the play. And we're talking a young receiver here. He's only caught 20 balls in regular season games in college.
We're right on the edge of field goal here.
And what I really like about this is if you want to see if Billy Cundiff can be your guy, boy, you know. Now, this pressure today won't be like it is at Philadelphia with a full house to win the game, but it's about as good as you can get in a preseason game to have him come down 2 points down and have to kick the game winner.
Do you want to take a shot here on second down and see if we can win it?
No. We can win it with a field goal.
I know, but okay.
Well, how about just running in from the corner?
And takes the give off the left side, squeezes through. Taylor to the 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, it's on the field goal kicker now, isn't it?
Let's go, Billy. It's easy, baby. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just watch the snap and the hold. And
for the rookie, it is a short kick with huge implications.
Snap a little bit low. The kick bangs off the upright.
Wow. That snap bounced off the ground, it looked like.
It was laying down flat, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got to hit that, though.
I just didn't put the ball through. That's really as simple as it gets. If you want to get technical, you can say little things here and there, but I should have made the kick.
So Atlanta wins it. 21-19, first preseason loss for Dallas.
This is cut down week. They'll make the final cuts the following Sunday after the Jacksonville game. So there'll be a lot of young men not really wanting to answer the phone here in their rooms because it could be that call telling you that you're no longer an NFL player.
I don't care what the score was. And I don't usually start out with something negative, but I'm going to start out with something negative in this one. Let me tell you this. I don't care what they call us, but they will not call us an undisciplined football team. If we get penalties like we did tonight, we might as well just call the season off and go home right now. That was bull. And I think we set a world record. That might be the most penalty yardage in any football game that I have ever been associated with. That is absolutely horse, and it will not be stand for. We are not going to be that kind of a football team. I will run your ass into the ground if we have to stop it, do that to stop penalties. We are not going to be an undisciplined football team. We got pumped twice. That's undisciplined. Now, we better get our going. Now, the positives of the whole thing was that we hung in there. We hung in there and fought right to the end, and we could have won the damn football game, but it doesn't mean a damn thing to me right now. That's my fault. That is my fault if we're getting those kind of penalties. We will not have them next week, and we will not have them during the season. That's my fault. But somebody better be looking at themselves at the same time, because I'm sick and tired of it.
We've got 87 players. Everybody can read it, but the point is we got to go to 74.
Woody played 17 plays, didn't get a carry, was mostly Corvette. Woody can make some plays. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He'll make some plays for you.
Woody needs a year in the weight room.
Randall Williams played 24 plays, played pretty decent. But there are times when you know he's really not using his speed because he's really not sure as to what he's doing and what he needs to do in terms of attacking techniques and things of that nature.
Dev needs to learn how hard to work and what he does have. He doesn't know that where he's come from, and you're not going to teach a kid that in 5 weeks.
Maybe I'm missing something, you know, because he is a big and run, you know, and I know our scouts like him.
I like him. I mean, I think he's
so damn green. Do you see him as a special guy? I mean, he's not a Randy Moss or anything like that. I mean,
no,
you know,
but I'll say this for the kid. He's going to give you everything that you want from him. The kid will try and play hurt. He's going to get screamed at because he's not going 100%. But at least the kid is not afraid to go out where a lot of players, they get an injury, get a nick, they're going to shut it down on you. I think the kid deserves another week to get his feet wet in this league. We keep talking about the fact that he comes from a small school. Well, let's give him that leniency.
Billy had the whole game like we planned. He kicked off fairly well. Then on the field goals, he made it 46, missed us 45, and had a chance to win it. Tough snap, but Micah did a great job putting it down. He should have made the kick. See how it goes this week, see how he handles that part of it.
The only guy that's an enigma is Goodrich, because Goodrich, to me, is the guy that has not shown us anything and is now starting to show a little bit.
I know he's gonna give me what he's got.
Very
and
solid.
I know I'll be extremely comfortable with
Very solid.
that situation.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, I'm not interested in being comfortable. I'm interested in players.
Well, Joe, if you're on the line, you're going to put the guy that out there that you think is the best player, too.
I'm saying that Goodrich is the enigma, in my opinion, because you could make a case for letting him go and keeping either Bell or Dennis as a fourth corner. We're taking a gut reaction on Hunter. We're saying that the guy's got the size, speed, and athletic ability, like we do with some of the defensive linemen and some of those other people.
Dev Johnson.
This guy has got a shot. Well, he's better than Dev Johnson because this kid has got all the tools that you're looking for as a corner, but he's not going to probably play this year.
Okay. Okay, this has been the hardest. Yeah, this has been the hardest part.
2 days after the loss, 7 soon-to-be ex-Cowboys are visited by the Turk.
Stay away from me. I know you got a bad ankle.
Oh. Probably the hardest part for me is hearing it the day before, the night before, and you know, how are you going to handle it with the young man?
I'm going to take you over here, and Brian's going to take you over to Mr. Jones's office. Mr. Jones wants to see you, first of all, both of you.
You get close to a lot of them, and again, you know, you're taking a little bit of their dream away from them.
It's going to be a bad day when I have to sit in there and tell people that they're not going to be members of the Dallas Cowboys.
NFL coaches have been cutting players since the days of George Halas.
Situation, and I'm sorry I had you waiting.
And the speech never changes.
I know this is a tough day for you. This business sometimes is a little bit like musical chairs. We think an awful lot of you. Hopefully you try to keep it as personal as possible.
Just keep working.
But it's difficult to do that when you're doing them one right after the other. Mitch, thank you very much. Okay, and good luck to you, all right? Good to see you.
In Dallas, each player released meets with both Dave Campo and Jerry Jones.
I don't know what Jerry says. It's a personal thing with him, and it's a personal thing with me, and we try to keep it that way.
Candidly, when I got in the National Football League, he's the kind of person that I said I'd like to spend my years with, running around here. I'm dead serious.
Well, thank you
and so you just keep being the way you are, and good things will happen for you, I believe.
The next morning, the Turk comes calling again. And this time, it's for Devrin Johnson.
Come on in, Dev. Come on in. Good. Come on in. Why don't you grab a seat right there? There you go. This is a tough day for me, obviously, because I really think that you gave it everything you got.
Yes, sir.
You know, coming from where you came from, it's tough at this point right now to make that 53.
Understandable. Yes,
and
sir.
it's very tough for me to tell someone that they can't do something, because I've been told that myself. But sometimes it's a little bit about musical chairs. There's so many seats, and if you're not right at the right spot at the right time, it goes that way.
All right.
Okay?
All right, Father.
Best of luck to you.
Thanks, folks.
All right? Okay. And, you know, you need to see Jim Maurer, and we'll go from there, all right?